Hello everyone! It's no secret that China has been working on building its own satellite program, but new reports suggest that the country is planning to destroy Elon Musk Starlink satellites in order to gain supremacy in outer space. While it's still unclear what Beijing plans are precisely, this news will spark interest in the upcoming space race between China and the United States. Stick around till the end, and we've got you covered. Don't miss out on our next update. Subscribe and get your hands on the latest stories before the rest. First up, let's look at China's plans for Starlink. Starlink is a satellite internet network developed by Musk's company SpaceX. It involves thousands of small satellites in low Earth orbit that beam down an internet connection to paying customers. Now recently, a team of Chinese researchers has reportedly published a study calling for anti-satellite capabilities that could disable Elon Musk's Starlink satellites. The study was led by Ren Yuanzhen, a researcher with the Beijing Institute of Tracking and Telecommunications, and co-authored by scientists within China's defense industry, according to media outlets. This study calls for a combination of soft and hard kill methods that could be used to stop Starlink satellites from working. Hard and soft kill are the two categories of space weapons. Hard kill weapons physically strike their targets, so that would be missiles, and soft kill weapons disable their targets using jammers and laser weapons. China already has multiple methods for disabling satellites. These include microwave jammers that can disrupt communications or fry electrical components, powerful lasers that can capture high-resolution images and blind satellite sensors, cyber weapons to hack into satellite networks, and long-range anti-satellite missiles to destroy them, according to the U.S. Department of Defense. But the researchers say that these measures, which are effective against individual satellites, won't be enough to scuttle Starlink. Exactly what these measures could be remains unclear. The researchers propose that China should build its own spy satellites to better snoop on Starlink, find new and improved ways to hack its systems, and develop more efficient methods to down multiple satellites in the network. This could potentially mean the deployment of lasers, microwave weapons, or smaller satellites that could be used to swarm Starlink satellites. China is also looking to compete with Starlink directly through the launch of its own satellite network. Called Xingwang or StarNet, it also aims to provide global internet access to paying customers. Now let's look at why China is worried about Starlink. So Chinese scientists are worried that the Starlink network could provide advantages to the US military. One concern amongst the scientists was that the Starlink network could be used to vastly increase the data transmission speed of US military vehicles like fighter jets. While Starlink has commercial users, it has also been put to military use, pushing data across the US Army network at a faster rate than previously capable. Moreover, SpaceX has launched more than 2,650 satellites into space in just a few years and aims to launch thousands more. This has led to concerns among countries with which the US has political tensions, and that includes China and Russia. So Starlink has been used for military purposes. Just 2 days after Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 24, 2022, Ukrainian Vice Prime Minister Mikhailo Fedorov wrote on Twitter asking Musk to deploy more Starlink satellites to the country. SpaceX has so far provided more than 12,000 Starlink satellite dishes to Ukraine, and all critical infrastructure in Ukraine now uses Starlink. Let's now talk about what Russia and China are saying about Starlink. Earlier this month, Dmitry Rogozin, head of Russia's Roscosmos space agency, sent a threat to SpaceX CEO Elon Musk after Starlink technology was supplied to Ukraine and used to help Ukrainian forces against Russia in the country's ongoing war. So Dmitry Rogozin accused Musk of being involved in supplying the fascist forces in Ukraine with military communication equipment. He then delivered an anonymous threat saying, "And for this, Elon, you will be held accountable like an adult, no matter how much you'll play the fool." The Starlink systems became so useful for Ukraine that Russian hacker groups started to launch cyber attacks against Starlink. Elon Musk stated that they were facing challenges due to these cyber attacks. He wrote in a tweet, "Starlink has resisted Russian cyber war jamming and hacking attempts so far, but they're ramping up their efforts." Even the Pentagon was impressed by how resilient the Starlink system was. The director of electronic warfare at the Pentagon, Dave Tremper, stated, "In kind of the way Starlink was able to upgrade when a threat showed up, we need to be able to have that agility." He was impressed with how quickly Starlink was able to adapt and stop the signal jamming. This news comes as a surprise to many, as China has kept its satellite ambitions largely under wraps. But with the country's recent success in space exploration, it's clear that Beijing is serious about pushing the race for outer space supremacy. And that's a wrap. What do you think of China's latest move? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.